Forgot. At least I didn't start yet, right? See, I forgot what I was saying. Something about answering the questions. Is it just me or your voice is changing? It's not changing. Sometimes it sounds weird on IG. I don't know why. Where can we ask anonymous question? You can send a DM. And I'll cut your guys' name off. Hi, I love your content. Gracias, Alex. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, you guys asked a bunch of questions, which is perfectly fine. We're probably going to go live today, Thursday, next Monday, and Thursday, and then the following week too, because you guys asked a lot of questions, which is not wrong. And also, look, lives Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just in case. I was like, a lot of people ask me when I go live, so I was like, I'll just make a graphic. That you stay focused and read the comments. So let's get into it. Again, sorry if I miss your guys' comments. I'm gonna try to be answering these things, okay? All right, so let me take this down so it's not in the way of the questions. me. How now, brown cow? How? No, see, I'm over here practicing. All right, my ex-husband and I are still hooking up after finalizing our divorce. Is it bad that we still go back to each other just for S? I think it's kind of bad because it's gonna take you forever to get over this person. Because imagine you keep going back, you keep exchanging those energies, so it's gonna be harder for you to move on to the next person, even though they might be moving on to the next person already. But you're thinking, hey, we're still hooking up here, and I get it. People have done it. I've done it. Like, you go back to an ex and you hook up with them still, but like I said, it makes it harder to move on. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and you just got to cut them off, because do you want to be hurting for a lot longer, or do you want to just start that healing process, right? And I get it. It's tempting. You want to go hook up. You want to go get your hair pulled a little bit. You want to go get choked up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of hand necklaces going on. I get it. But it might take you longer to move on if you keep going back. So just a heads up. Next question. I've been in a situationship for 1 year now. My neighbor, he got divorced 1 year ago, or 1 year ago after 20 years, and I broke up with my ex after 8 years, and then we met and hung out with his kids. We travel. S is amazing. He says he needs time, but he wants to do his bachelor life. I agreed to do the same to make it fair. So I don't know what your question is, but I'm glad he communicated with you that it's just a fling thing. Imagine if you would have spent a whole bunch of time trying to pursue this person, or trying to see where this goes. And especially after getting out of a long relationship, give that person or give yourself some time to heal, because you may not be healed. Especially being in a relationship that long, you're not gonna heal in a year or two. I remember my longest relationship, for me to get over it, it took me about a year. It was 7.5 years. It took me about maybe a year and a half, 2 years, a year and a half before I even decided to go out on a date, and then after that, that's why I'm like, it takes time to get to heal. Because then you run into rebounds. Hey, thank you, Nancy. You run into rebounds, and then you mess with people's emotions, because you love the feeling that they're giving you. And trust me, there's been girls who've been rebounds, and I've been the rebound. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I've been the rebound too. This shit fucking sucks. You're thinking everything is going great, and then all of a sudden, guess what? They're like, I wasn't. I'm gonna go back with my ex. I'm like, well, fuck you too. All right, next question. Oh. There's a second part, and he didn't like the idea, but fair. But now after a year later, we talk, and see he's still time. Oh yeah, see, look, he still needs time after a year. Told you, girl. Told you. Do I need to make my point any clearer after that? All right, next question. Can you explain the difference between friends or FB and a friends with benefits situation? Between fuck buddy, a friends with benefits situation. So they're basically the same thing, just different names. They're both sneaky links, friends with benefits, whatever. What's up, Jason? What's up, bro? They're both friends with benefits, sneaky links. You're just there to hook up. They're just two separate names. So there's not really a huge difference. You're smashing in both. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, just different names. There's no this means that you guys have to be friends, and this means that you're not friends, right? No, it's the same shit. Anyway, also before I forget, what's up, Nancy? Oh, thank you, Nancy. Jason and I's podcast and his wife came out today, so definitely go check it out. Link is in the bio if you want to check that out. such a great conversation, uncomfortable convos. We got deep in there. We talk about their relationship and like how they were able to get past certain obstacles. Great episode. I've gotten nothing but great feedback on it. If you haven't listened to it, link is in the bio. It was amazing, man. Yes, absolutely, great feedback on the podcast. So, all right, let's get into the next question. All right. Friends with benefit has a girlfriend but keeps seeing me. Is it so wrong to keep seeing him just for fantastic F fests? He does all the kinky stuff like choke, etc. Bad. But I'm starting to feel bad. Girl, well, you should, okay? Because imagine how the other girl is feeling. Like, you guys are over here hooking up and things like that. And so imagine, like, you get with your next person. Would you be happy that he's doing that? Like, and you don't even know? So that's why I mean, like, would you want it to happen to you? Because I'll tell you right now, karma's a bitch, okay? Karma is a bitch, and it's gonna come and bite you in the ass. So I get it. It's only a matter of time before you guys get caught. It's not if you guys get caught. It's when you guys get caught. Because you can be, I said it before, you can be perfect 365 days a year, but it just takes one slip up. It all comes crumbling down. And then you'll be the bad guy. Or the bad girl, whatever you want to call it, because you'll be like the mistress, the side piece, the one that ruined the relationship. The blame is going to come on you, not him, because he's going to blame you. I'll tell you this right now. He's going to blame you. He's going to be like, she was all over me. She took advantage of me. She whipped it out, got it hard, and then took advantage of me. Like, and then it just slipped in. Hey, thank you, Delia, for the gift. I appreciate it. What's up, Nurse Petite? Haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? All right. Next question. Focus, Edgar. We got a shit ton of questions in here, but we'll go for a little while. Just make sure everything's recording. Yep. I've been in love with my best friend since we were 14. We're almost 40. We both are married and have our families. He recently kissed me and always finds a way to touch me or grab my booty. I've tried to talk to him about the kiss, but he always avoids the conversation. How do I get him to talk to me? Girl, what you need to do is you need to talk to your man, your husband, and figure out why this is going, like, why you're looking for that that attention, the sneaky, like, the side piece, that attention, because you're more worried about the side piece more than your own husband. You should be like, why am I letting this slide by when, and then same for him. He's probably just bored. It's been a long time. You guys been friends forever. He got a little handful, you let him, and so now he's like, okay, got a little kiss, you let him. Next thing he's gonna slide in, and you're gonna be like, oh wow, maybe he does love me. But absolutely not. Like, you guys need to fix this other situation, because that should be the question. Why am I not focusing on my husband and I'm over here worried about a side piece? So, all right, next question. Sorry if I miss you guys' comments again. How often do sneaky links hook up? Girl, if you're not on a schedule, I'm just joking. Sneaky links, it's just whenever. Like, whenever they hit you up, you hit them up. Thank you, Delia. You hit them up, whatever. Like, there's no right amount of times, and there is a wrong amount of times, because imagine you only meet up with your sneaky link, and he only wants to meet up like once a month, and you're trying to get it once a week. Okay, it could be the other way, but there's no specific time, and especially if you guys are both single, like, shit, fucking, you guys can meet up every day if you wanted to, if it's just for that. But you also have to remember, the more you guys connect, the more likely some feelings are going to develop, and then you guys are gonna be, somebody's gonna catch feelings. I'll tell you that right now. Like, somebody's gonna catch feelings, and it might be you, girl. It might be you. All right, next question. Why is morning wood the best? I'd rather have S with my husband in the morning than at night. Is there something wrong with me? Absolutely not, because it's like a cup of coffee, girl. It's like a cup of coffee. It's like, hey, boom, I'm up. Let's go. Let's get the day started. It's almost like when you work out in the morning. Like, you work out in the morning and you feel great and you feel like you want to do stuff, right? Same with in the morning. And then sometimes, depending on your guy, that could be the only time it's the hardest. That could be the only time it's the hardest, because, like, after I've been doing these TikToks for so long, a lot of these men out here got Mr. Limpy going on, and maybe in the morning it's at its peak, even though it's the morning. But hey, like, sometimes I woke up in the morning too, and it's just like, dun, 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 and like, nobody's around to like take care of it, right? But yeah, it's like a morning cup of coffee. Like it feels great, gets you energized, gets the day going. So there's nothing wrong. Gives you a little extra pep in your step. Absolutely, a little extra pep in your step is nothing wrong with that. Everybody loves an extra pep in the step, right? I love an extra, but it does suck when you're like when you wake up in the morning and it's like dun, 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 and there's nobody around. Like so, at least you have something. I don't. Nice jacket. Let me borrow. What's up, Mel? How are you? Get your day started the right way. That's what I'm saying. Get your day started the right way. All right, next question. What do you look for in a woman? Here we go with these questions. I like long walks on the beach. I love so the thing about me is I'm willing to risk relationships. I'm willing to be single. I'm willing to do it to hustle, to grind, to work on the social medias, my business, the career, everything. I'm willing to sacrifice everything. And so as long as you are okay with that, then I think we're gonna be great. Hey, thank you, Nancy. But if you're not okay with that, this shit's gonna fall apart completely. I'll tell you that right now because I am a person that gets up like at 6 in the morning and I don't finish working until like 9, 10, 11 till like at night. That's just me. And that's how I've been for the longest time. I'm not gonna change because I love doing what I love to do. So my ideal woman would be somebody who can not appreciate but like accept that that's how I am, right? Because I tell people all the time that that's how I am and people think that I'm lying. I am not lying. I will, like I said before, I will risk relationships to hustle. And multiple relationships have been sacrificed for it. So if you think that you're the one that's going to change me, probably not. I'll tell you that right now. All right, next question. All right. Hey, thank you, Delio, for the gift. I appreciate you. Whoa, I can't even see the question. Hold on. My man will be eating me out, and then I start oh my God, I finally came so, oof, that combination. And girl, hold on, girl. Hold on. Like, what turned me on about that girl is that you be doing it. Like you be playing with the booty part, girl. I see you. Like it's not even girl. I'm telling you, like when some of the hottest things is like that I've experienced, right? There's a mirror in front of you. Like there's a mirror. I'm gonna try to keep this PG. There's a mirror in front of you, right? And there's like a couch, right? There's a couch. You put a chair, a couch, whatever, and then like the girl is going down, right? And then you can see her booty in the mirror, like while she's going down on you. But then she just reaches around and just fireworks, girl, fireworks. And yeah, I was about to, you know, I want to say more, but the thing is that freaking TikTok and IG be freaking sensitive about some of the stuff I say, but let's just say it's enjoyable. Mirrors are a plus, okay? All right, next question. Hooked up with my friend's ex-husband and he ghosted me. I cannot stop thinking about him. Yet I talk to her on the daily. Girl, I'll just play it. Okay, girl. Why you gotta be messing around with your friend's man? You know what I mean? Like, why you gotta be messing around with, or was it the ex-husband? I don't know. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you would get upset if it was flipped the other way around, right? And then there's so many people out here, so many people, and people gotta go with an ex-husband of their friend, a cousin, a brother, a family member, you name it, like all these people. And I'm telling you right now, not only are you gonna lose your friend because of it, you're gonna lose him because he's gonna be like, I don't want to be part of this freaking drama shit, you know, like you think it's gonna be like happy ever after with you and the ex? No. Like I said, you're going to lose a good friend if she finds out. I'll tell you that right now. And then you're gonna lose the guy because he's like, I was just there to hook up, girl. What you talking about? So, but I'll tell you that, right? Like, to that other girl, that's not really your friend. You know, those aren't really your friends. The ones that try to be going after your exes. Okay, so, all right, next question. Been going back and forth with married men for a few years. Lately, I've been reaching out. I send dirty pics and he replies something, then nothing. Is he over it? It's been this way for a few years. Girl, did you just say a few years? A few years you've been chasing this married man. Do you think that he's going to leave her for you? You keep chasing him. He obviously doesn't want to get caught. He doesn't want his wife to find out. And so, of course, he may even block you or have you on Do Not Disturb. There's plenty of single men. Like, is there a rush? Is there a rush trying to pursue a married man? Like, that's what I want to know. Okay, there is a rush. Okay, I'm not gonna act like I've never pursued a married girl. Okay, like there is a rush. Okay, so I know what they're talking about. Is Edgar like that? No. Okay, we're not trying to go after married women. But if you reach out and I slide in the DMs, like it's not. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Chill. But yes, there is like some sort of rush to chase, and I get it because I've been there. I've chased married women, but it gets you nowhere. They're not gonna leave their person for you. They're just there to hook up, be intimate, and especially you've been chasing this guy for years. Clearly, he's not gonna leave her for you. He was just there because the cookie was available. Took a bite, and guess what? He didn't like he didn't want to keep the rest of the cookie. He just like tasted it real quick, and then he's like, "Here, I don't want it." What's up, Mud? How are you? Thank you for joining the live, girl. All right, next question. I miss my. Oh my God, what's up with these married people? I miss my married lover. I know it's bad. I hadn't been with other men, but they can't level it up. Is it bad that I got attached to him sexually? What can I do to help? Leave, girl. Like, see, the first problem is. Oh shit, hold on. The first problem is. What question did I press? What the fuck? Oh, I pressed this one. The first problem was that you chased after a married man. Like, and then you got a taste of how amazing, and he probably went all crazy, all amazing because he's probably not getting the same at home. And so like when he's with you, he's just like, I'm gonna wild out, I'm gonna do all this other stuff that I don't get to do. Or that's just how he is, you know, and you got a taste of it. And see, that's the problem though. Like, why would you go after if you would have never opened that door, got involved with that situation, you wouldn't be thinking of this married man. Like, if you never opened that door, right? But since you opened that door and you got a taste and you really enjoyed the taste, now you're just like, I need it. I want it. Come back. Baby, come back. You know? So, just like the other question, are they going to come back? Or are they going to leave their wife for yourself? Or for you? No. Next question. I swear, if this is a married one, when you gonna answer my DM so I can all over your daddy's. We'll slide in the DM so I can slide in you, girl. What's up? Next question. Finally linked up with a guy I've been talking to, but felt like some straight lesbian. He ate my cat and booty for 45 minutes straight. Didn't want to give up the D, and then he went MIA. Like, who does that? Someone who has a Vienna sausage. Like, if you never saw the D, it could be that he wasn't packing. It was small. Because if you're already to that point going down on the person, or it may not be small, it just may not, you know what I mean? It may not get up. So maybe he was just trying to avoid that embarrassment, because trust me, if you're there already, everything's going good, you're going down, eating the booty for 45 minutes, why wouldn't you want to slide it? Like, why? You know, like, you're doing all that, and then you're just, all right, cool, I'm out. See you guys later. No. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get it nice and moisturized down here, nice and lubricated, and then I'm gonna, insertion. Okay. But no, he just like dipped out. 45 minutes. Wouldn't you guys? Okay. Would you guys get bored? I want to know in the chat. Would you guys get bored if somebody was going down on you for 45 minutes? It can be either like, I know it feels good to a point, But after a while, I'm sure it's gonna be like, all right, like we can do something different here. Yes, yes. See, yes, move it along, buddy. Yup. See, yes. Jessica says yes over here. Yes. See, it's a whole without feeling guilty. 45 minutes of that. Yes, stick it in, dude. Yeah. See, okay. Next question. If you were to say something, how long would you wait until you said something? You know what I mean? Would you be like, hey, just like stick it in already? You know, how long do you think you would wait? How long is like a good amount of time? That's my next question. What's a good amount of time? 15 minutes. Maggie says 15 minutes. 20 minutes. Yes, give it to me. What 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, see, 10 to 15 minutes. That's what we're getting the average. I say the average is about 15 minutes. 15 minutes to go down on somebody is perfect. And same like the other way around, because it gets to a point where I'm just like trying to, getting in there, right? Like if she was down there for 45 minutes, I'd be like, all right, bro, this is kind of whack. There's only so much spitting that's gonna turn me on. I'm pretty sure she's gonna run out of spit before like in 45 minutes. She's gonna be like, hold on, let me go get some water real quick. I need to go get like some more spit, some more saliva. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate you. All right, next question. Okay, so I want to date, but as soon as someone asks me, I clam up. I avoid it, but have no problems meeting some random at the bar or anywhere socially, hanging out with them and do the deed with them or making out with them. Do you have any advice for this? I'm thinking that you may not be ready for a relationship, and this is why you clam up. It could almost be like a safety mechanism, like, oh shit, like no, relationship bad, hook up, I'm there. It could be something like that. Commitment issues. Stop going to the bar. Be open to take some of these dates and just see where it goes. It doesn't need to go anywhere. You go to dinner with somebody, you get to know them and see where things go. Maybe you actually like a dude. Maybe just getting past the whole clamming up part and just getting to the next. Even if you just get to the parking lot and dip out, you got a little further. So maybe getting to the parking lot and then you dip out, and then the following time you get asked out, maybe actually walk in and look at the dude and then walk out. But I think it's more just being able to take that next step and just accepting the date. If anything, you're going to get a free meal, a few drinks, hopefully a great conversation. Because you have no commitments to this person. First date, you have no commitments to them. Like, you're there just to see where things go, and if things don't go good, all right, peace out. That's it. So yeah, it could be that maybe some commitment issues too. So it depends on you. I really don't know who it is. So, all right, next question. Was married to my ex-husband for 13 years. Recently divorced. Now I have a girlfriend. Ooh. Now I have a girlfriend and regret not leaving much sooner. I've been missing out on so much great S. Well, shit, I'm sure it's different. That's the first one that I've read on here, that they've divorced their husband. It was so bad with the guy that they ended up going with a girl. And she's like, it's so much better over here. Fuck the men. But hey, like, it's because the girl is gonna know what you want, right? Because obviously they know what's going on, so they know what's going on, and of course they're gonna be able to touch those those areas where it's really gonna take it to the next level. So I get where you're coming from. Do I think I would ever leave a relationship and jump to the other side? Nope. definitely not. I don't care what happened to me in the relationship. Definitely not switching sides, because that's a no for me. All right, next question. All right, I've given up on men. Oh my God. I've been trying to break abusive cycles. Now I don't even crave S or a man. I feel numb. Will it ever go away? Yes, but not alone. Okay, I had a friend go through a similar situation, abusive and things like that. You need to get some help, because at the end of the day, I am no doctor. I can't fix this for you. If you go to like some sort of counseling, therapy, they're going to be able to help you, and you're going to be able to go through the process of healing. So, some context. My friend, she used to be beat really bad by her ex. She was beaten. She was basically, I can't say the word here, but she was the dude forced himself on her. And she sent me videos. I hope I can have her on the podcast again. I had her on the podcast a while back. Like, she even sent me videos of the person yelling at her, trying to like just basically brainwash her, saying that she's a horrible person. That's why he's doing what he's doing, because that's the way she was. Throwing shit. She showed me pictures of like the mess that he would make, and then pictures of her, bruises on her face all swollen up. So after that, it's really hard to get turned on by a man, right? Can it happen to guys? Probably too, but after that, it's going to take a lot of healing to get turned on by a man, because sometimes you get to the point where you think that that person is just going to hit you or like abuse you or treat you the same. And then even dating after that is probably going to be difficult, because you went through all these emotions, these like abuse. And so now you're going to think other people are trying to do the similar things to you. So, but what you do need to do is you need to heal. And even if that's help with some like counseling and some therapy, it's absolutely worth it. You're going to be in a better place. They're going to help you get you in a better place. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. No, absolutely not. We don't want, we want people to help people. And that's what they're there for. They're not there to be like, oh shit, check out this chick. You know what happened to her? No, absolutely not. That's how they make a living. And so they're gonna want to help you. That's their purpose, because if they're not helping people, guess what? They're out of business, buddy. All right, next question. Guys prefer use condom or without. My friends with benefits doesn't. Any guy that says he likes to use one is a liar. Any guy. I don't care what the guy says. Any guy says that he likes to use a rubber is the most like red flag, run, girl. Okay, because no man likes to use it, because it takes all the feeling away. Like, you can't feel hardly shit. Even though like there's different ones. Oh, like it does this. It does. No, I don't give a fuck what they do. They could fucking hand warm you, like whatever. Like, it could be vibration in. No, absolutely not. Okay, I don't like to use them. Any guy that said, bring me a guy that says that they like to use rubbers, and I'll show you a liar. I will bring him right here, and I'll set him down and be like, this man likes to use rubbers. This man is a fucking liar. Fucking liar. So, yeah, definitely. I've never heard of a guy that likes to use one. They'll use it for protection. Like, they like to use it for protection, to protect themselves from being pregnant or passing like diseases or anything like that. But most guys, if they say, oh yeah, it feels great with the one on, fucking liars. All right, next question. I have this friends with benefits. We agreed to need it as to keep it as strictly as after 4 months he started texting me more, as to have lunch, breakfast with him, and he shows up randomly just to chill and have S. He tells people we're together, but he will not tell me how he feels. He tells me we're just friends with benefits. To me, it could be that he's doing that just to keep you around, kind of like breadcrumbing you. Like, he's feeding you this, he's feeding you that, so you don't go anywhere. Because if he really felt that way, why wouldn't he just be in a relationship with you? But instead, he has you there as a situationship, a placeholder, a friends with benefits. Because to me, it kind of sounds like the other way around, that you may be catching feelings because you had to ask the question of like, why does he do this for me? And he could be, I'm thinking he's doing it just to keep you around. Oh, let me do a little of this, little of this. Maybe he doesn't like to do things by himself, so he takes you, he comes over, talks to you. Like, I get where he's coming from. If you have a sneaky link, you talk for a little bit. Like, you just don't show up, don't say a word. You guys close just pops off, and then you just go at it. Like, that's not what happens. Maybe sometimes you show up, or they show up. They brought food, they brought snacks. You start eating them real quick, and then you do the thing, and then you're like, there's talking involved. But maybe he's doing a little bit more. But I'm thinking it's more of that you're kind of catching feelings because of what he's doing. And if you don't like what he's doing and you're looking for somebody to be actually serious in a relationship, I don't think this dude's the guy for you, because you know what I mean? Like he clearly told you you guys are just friends with benefits, and that's all it is. So if you're happy with that, stick with the guy. If you're not, might be time to move on. So next question. Been with a boyfriend for quite some time now. I love this guy so much to the point where his size don't matter to me, but I do hate that we only do 2 positions because his size is smaller. I tried getting him to S toys, but he doesn't want to. He says I shouldn't get into stuff like that. I don't see the part 2. It just says part 1. No, okay. If homie is slacking down there, he should be okay with including other stuff, because why is gonna satisfy the girl, and guess what the girl's gonna do? The girl's gonna stick around because she's being satisfied. It's when you're like, no, my little guy is all she needs for a limited time only, okay? She's eventually gonna be like, I crave it, I need it, I'm gonna go find it, right? So just have that conversation with them. Be like, yo, I'm trying to include this because I need more. Obviously, you can't. Don't tell him this part. Obviously, you can't give me more, like, because then you're gonna destroy his ego. He might go freaking cry himself to sleep or something like that. I don't know. Okay, don't tell him that part. But just tell him that you want to include other stuff, and or just bring stuff. You know, just bring something. Slowly start including things. Maybe not like, don't bring out like a freaking massive thing off the top, right? Maybe bring something small, right? Something like a little rose, like the rose. Bring the rose, you know, or bring something different, something similar. Start including things like that. And then eventually, like, oh, like, use this. I like it when you use this, and maybe he'll be accepting of it. But he has to compromise with you, because let's be honest, like, if he's slacking down there, and he doesn't want to compensate by like adding these stuff to it, you know. What is a sleeve? Okay, I see it over here on what is this, IG? Yeah, what is a sleeve? Clearly never needed to use one, but what is a sleeve? Somebody put me on game right now. That way I know what sleeves are, and I can share it with fellow men that are not doing the greatest down there. Somebody gonna tell me? Somebody go tell an extension, really? So like guys can actually get like something that makes it a little bit bigger. Like, now I'm curious. Now I'm gonna look it up when we're finished. LO, I need to know what the sleeve is. I'm confused. It's an extension for your D extension. God damn, they're coming out with everything now. It's an extender. Why didn't you just call it that? Why you guys gotta call it a sleeve? And this dude needs to get see toys as fun as it's not the same. Yes, just flip it over. You put it. I'm googling it. There's different sizes. Like you can add like you can literally get like different size. Slip it on like a con. Really? Does the guy even feel it though? Like if you put something on, it cuts off the circulation though, the pump. So I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day, but like they're doing a whole lot. And see, you should be okay to do some of this stuff because I mean you're doing it for your girl, right? But damn, a sleeve. I don't know. Did not know what that is until today. You guys put me on game. It's an extend. I'm gonna call it the extendo. Okay. And I guess there's different sizes you can get too. So it may like small, medium, large, depending on how big you want to go. Hey, from you, the extender. All right, next question. Thank you, Cynthia, for the gifts. I see you, girl. Been hooking up with my ex-boss. The guy's gross, but guess who's getting fired? Really, girl? All that. The guy is gross. You're hooking up with him. And now you just lost your job. You got fired on your day off. Smashing the freaking balls. Come on, girl. See, this is why you just don't, like, why are you messing around with people at work? Did you feel like you were going to become the boss's wife? Boss's girlfriend? Boss's, like, you know, like, you guys were going to run the business together? Like, I don't know. What were you thinking? Okay. But instead, you hooked up and you got fired on your day off, girl. Come on now. Okay. Have you not seen Friday? But definitely avoid the workplace. That's what I'm saying. Always avoid the workplace because if you guys separate, it's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward. Like, not even, it doesn't even have to be boss. It can be coworkers. But then, like, if one coworker is better friends with the manager or the boss, they're going to be like, this is awkward having her. Let's find a way to fire her. You know, people do shady shit. So just avoid the places where you work. Like, there's so many other places. So many other places. My coworker fine as fucked up. Yeah, I'm sure you can find fine guys somewhere else. Okay, like it doesn't need to find. You don't need to find it like at work. There's billions of people in this world, and you guys are looking at this your little area at work where you could get fired. It'd be awkward. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get fired on your day off, then go for it. All right, next question. All right, been intimate with a guy I'm talking to, always missionary, and the type of F back during missionary. We basically make love, kissing, everything, but why does he repeatedly say that I'm dangerous? Is that bad thing? I tried asking, and he acts like he doesn't know. What am I talking about? I'm talking to a guy, missionary. Okay, he's saying you're dangerous because maybe that's his dirty talk, right? It's his dirty talk, and that's probably something that is getting him off. Or he's also saying it's dangerous, so just in case he finishes inside of you, it's your fault, not his, for having an amazing cat down there. Okay, don't blame me for having an amazing cat. You know, but I think it's something like that. But to me, I think it's more of a dirty talk type of situation. You know, it's dirty talk. I think you're overthinking it because, again, when you guys are hooking up and he calls you a dirty little, how come you don't think that, hey, does he really think I'm a dirty little? Yes or no? So I think it's dirty talk. All right, next question. Is pee bad in a relationship? What's a normal amount of partners should watch? I mean, you could. I don't like watching it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to be focused, locked in on what we're doing. You know, I don't like no outside, like, motivation. I got all the motivation I need right here, right? But it's cool to add it, too, because if you see them, it might turn you on. It's something else to add. Good background noise. But if you feel like he's always wanting to watch it and, like, certain things, a lot of guys fantasize. You know, they use good old Manuela, right? They fantasize about different situations. And who knows, what if he likes to hear that because it's turning him on, but he's thinking what's going on there is going on here, if that makes sense. But like I said, I don't like to wear it. You know, it's weird watching those videos and like doing it. Instead, why don't you just like put some music on or something, or just me hearing the moans and stuff like that is good enough for me. That shit turns me on. Dirty talking, that is good with me. I don't need no like external music or anything like that. So but it's nice to have music every now and then. If you're trying to muffle out the sound, if you know what I'm talking about, like sometimes they got kids and you don't want the kids to hear, so you like turn up the TV or the music, be like acting like you're jamming out in the room and like, you know what I mean? All right, next question. Husband wants S every 1 to 2 months. Leave him. I want it 1 to 2 times a day. Also, he's dominant but not kinky, and I'm dominant and very kinky. I love him, but we're just not compatible. I'm miserable with our S life, and he won't let me go to find us. I mean, you're gonna have to make a tough decision here, because just because he says no, you can't go anywhere, it's his job to be able to fulfill you in every way. That's what he signed up for when you guys got married. To protect you, to satisfy you, to do all sorts of stuff. And clearly he's falling short on his end. And you should have known this. You should have, okay, playing devil's advocate. You should have known this going into the relation. If he was the same way before you guys get married, what makes you think it was gonna fix it after you got married? Like all of a sudden we signed the paper and guess what? Dun, 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 he's freaking and he's more dominant. No, he's gonna be the same way, right? That's why, like, pay attention to your person before you guys get married, and have that conversation. Force yourself out. Like, you don't. If he's not letting you go, find it somewhere else. Because then, guess what? You're gonna let all this time go by, years and years. You're gonna get older, and all of a sudden, like when you're a lot older, he finally lets you go because maybe he found somebody else, and then you're just like, damn, I just spent all this time with this person that would have never let me go. I should have just left when I had the chance. If it's a gut feeling, Go with your gut feeling, girl. Like, I'm sure you communicated with him. I'm sure you told him, hey, I don't like this. Let's fix this. And he just doesn't want to fix it. Or, again, I'm not saying that is it, but he could be getting it somewhere else. Just saying, may not be that, but it could be that. Could be a lot of things, honestly. But if you're struggling, girl, slide in the DM so I can slide in. I mean, help you. Okay. Next question. Oh shit, already answered that one. Hold on. Forgot to delete it. I've been with my BF for a year. He recently took a trip out of the country, but by himself. I seen he was on Tinder, red flag, while he was away. Should I bring it up? Yep. He has never been active on Tinder till then. I have PTSD from previous relationships, so I'm constantly looking for signs of infidelity. Okay. Yes, red flag. Yes, bring it up, because it didn't magically turn back on. You know, it didn't just like, oh shit, it went active. No, he turned it on. He literally had to go to his phone and turn it on. Like, hey, do you want to turn it back on? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? I think you're in a relationship. Yes. And then, like, he's looking for somebody elsewhere. And just because he's going out of the country, he feels that what you don't know won't hurt, right? Okay. And then, second part. Your ass needs to heal from the previous relationships, girl, because, like, maybe you weren't healed from, and that's why you're like, oh, because what you said, you're constantly looking for things for the person to cheat. Kind of sounds to me like maybe you need to take a little bit of time for yourself, heal your inner self, because what if you get with the next person and they're doing everything right, but you're automatically assuming that dude is cheating? Because trust me, I've been there. I was talking to a girl, she thought everything I was doing, I was cheating. And I'm like, chill the fuck out, girl. It takes me 45 minutes to drive from over there to over here. Like, that's why it took me an hour to get to your house. Chill out. I wasn't somewhere else meeting a different girl real quick and then came over here. Absolutely not. It took me I literally got in trouble for taking too long. On a 45-minute drive, I took maybe like an hour because of traffic. But then she was like, where did those 15 minutes go? And I'm like, girl, help me. That's what I should have said. I should have ran to somebody, help me. No, I shouldn't say it. Maybe next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right. After 9 years of married, 7 years like neglect, no S, he wouldn't get hard. Tried many things. After divorce, I tried S again, and this dude pulled a freak that I didn't know existed. Our intimacy is great. Finally, I can feel hard. D, should I feel? Oh, D should feel. Love the content. See, this is what I'm saying to the other girl that didn't want to leave the marriage because the D sucked. It wasn't what she wanted. Oh, you got like she left, and now she's like, holy shit, this is a whole new world. Like, where am I? What is this? What is this hand necklace stuff? What is this slapping? What is this? You know? And if your current partner isn't fulfilling that, you're just not compatible with them. And that's okay. Like, shit happens, right? But if I say it all the time, if it's a problem in the beginning, it's going to be a problem later on. A bigger problem, actually, not just a little problem anymore. It's going to be a bigger problem because if you're already struggling in the beginning, and then later when they get comfortable, they dial it back a little bit. Now you're getting less of mediocre, right? And then you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I thought it was gonna. People think it's gonna get better for some reason, right? They're like, oh, like, you know, like it'll fix on its own. Absolutely the fuck not. So I'm glad she was able to leave. I'm glad she was able to do her thing, right? Do her thing. And that other girl that asked about the leaving. Probably should leave, girl. Next question. All right. Met a guy that is amazing in bed. He's freaky and nasty. He has been the first guy to ever spit in my mouth while in the moment and slaps. See? Like, she went from being vanilla to being all because she found a new man. All because she found a new man, she became a super freak, and I'm proud of her. You know, if she was here, I would freaking, you know, I don't know what I would do, but you know, I would congratulate, kiss her hand, maybe, I don't know, knight her, like I would get a freaking like a a toy, a girl toy, and just like I knight you a super freak. All right, next question. Can a guy change? She's been with multiple men and multiple baby daddies, but it seems like that guys are the same way. Guys are the same way. Like, and yes, girls get the double standard of like, oh, like she's the like just because she does the same thing, right? But if she's in her phase where she's out just having fun, you ain't changing her. You know, because you know when you get in those moments when you're like, I'm not going to, like, I'm having fun, I'm not looking for a relationship. People go through those phases, right? All the time. And so if she's in that phase where like, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, I'm doing my thing, don't bug me, I'm just here to have fun. She's gonna be there, have fun. And guys do the same thing. That's why girls shouldn't also think that they can save them. You know, oh, I'll change him. Kind of like how I was talking about myself earlier when I said I like to hustle, I like to grind from like sun up to sun, way past sundown. And I don't want a girl to come in and say, I'm going to change that. He's going to give me more time, because no, I'm not. I'll tell you right now. I've sacrificed multiple like situationships, relationships, like whatever you can want, for my hustle and my grind, because I know where I want to get to, and nobody's gonna change my mind. And same thing goes like when you're in that phase where you just don't want nobody, you just want to have fun, you're not gonna change their mind. You know, you can be the best person in the world, but if they're not in that relationship mindset, then guess what? You're not changing her, or you're not changing him, or you're not changing her if she's also focused on her career. Because, you know, there's a lot of girls who are focused on their careers too. Shout out to you ladies too. Focused on your careers. And then if some dude comes in and you feel like it's not matches your vibe, or you just don't want to be distracted by that, you know what I mean? So ain't no one coming in the way of my money. That's what I'm saying, girl. My nose, ain't nobody coming in the way of this hustle. Men really do wait for the opportunity to smash. I had a friend since we were both 17. We are now 34, and it happened a few months ago. And whoo, I wish it would have done it sooner. I mean, see, here's the thing. Okay, let me answer the question first. If you would have, of course, like, there's this girl in middle school, right? I never got the chance. And I swear, if I see her again, like, she was in middle school, I thought she was fun. I thought, damn, she good. And I actually thought about her the other day. And if she came around, I'd probably be like, what's up, girl? You know, kind of like, remember when you didn't want me? Or see where that goes. But here's the thing. If you would have hooked up back then, where he probably didn't know much, you might have been disappointed. You know, obviously hindsight's 20/20, but maybe he learned some things along the way, and now he's a little bit more experienced, better, you know, compared to what he was at 17. So maybe it's a huge blessing, and you know, instead of being like, oh, we should have done it at 17, because what if you would have done it at 17 and it would have been trash, you know, and then later on you would have been like, hell no, it was trash the first time. So, but like I said, hindsight is 20/20. I mean, I'm glad you got it. You know, I'm glad you got it. All right, next question. I like it when the guy eats me out and uses his fingers at the same time. And see, fellas, you guys need to pay attention. It's not all about, like, guys give us a bad name. You know, a lot of guys don't know what they're doing down there. They do all sorts of things down there. They go crazy. They were super rough. They don't trim their nails. They, you know, not like maintenance, you know, and they don't like to, because you can cut them down there, okay? But a little tongue finger action goes a long way, like a huge way. And so, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But some guys feel, I don't know, it's probably these online videos that they watch. This is why you guys need to coach these guys, because if they're not, be like, oh, I like it when you do this or do this. But if you just let them go, like, free for all it, they're gonna do whatever. And then if you sit there and fake moan, you know, you're sitting there certifying their bad performance, or like validating their bad performance, you know. Oh yeah, like there was that TikTok I did a while back ago where the girl was like, he absolutely sucked in bed, but I told him it was the best I ever had. Girl, why? This guy is going around probably telling his friends that he was the best you ever had, and you tore it down. You know, he tore it down. He destroyed it. You know, he made you all sorts of stuff. In reality, you're just like, that shit was whack, right? This is why, like, kind of coach them. Don't be like, hey, that sucks, but kind of coach. Be like, oh, I like it when you do that. You know, do that right there, or just things like. Don't be like, hey, buddy, you sucked, because then they'll be like, well, fuck you, and I ain't doing it no more, right? You're gonna hurt their ego, and they're gonna cry. They're gonna, you know, not want to do it anymore. So just a little bit of coaching goes a long way. And I know there's guys in here, guys, little tongue action, little finger action, you know, goes a long way. But don't be biting it either unless she asks you to bite it. You know, I've never had a girl ask me the only parts that I bite is like the inner thigh area a little, but not even hard. It's like hard, kind of like, hey, I'm here. Hey girl. Hey girl. And then like the outside of the lips, you know, just like focus on those areas, just kind of teasing that you're in the area. Kind of like, girl, I'm here, girl. What's up? You ready for this? You know, just like things like that. Like guys are instantly like, they want to just get in and get out. Like they don't want to like lead up to it, warm it up, get the experience going, get her drizzling, right? So, I mean, that's my goal. All right, next question. I got a girl. Nope, I don't. Could be you though. Slide in those DMs so I can slide in you, girl. You should do a tutorial. Oh, hold on. A lot of people are also asking me where to ask questions. All right, go follow me here. Scar Talks. That's my IG page. That's where I put all the links and stuff to follow. And shout out to everyone who is following on IG, because I know I am live on IG and on TikTok. But if you guys want to ask questions, I only put it on the stories over there because TikTok doesn't let me put stories, like links in my stories. So definitely go follow me over here. That's where I put it. I also put it on my on my personal page. Is this my personal page? No, that's a TikTok. On my personal page, same thing, Scarface. I also share it on there too. You can ask it there too. That's where I post them. Again, we do it once a month, where I put it up for the live. I put it up every now and then, but it's not gonna be for the live. It's gonna be for like just to make videos. Okay, so I know people are asking. And then I go live Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Mondays and Thursdays. So this Thursday we're gonna be going live answering these questions again, and probably for the next couple weeks too, because you guys asked a shit ton of questions. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But it's going to take us a little while, and we're going to finish them. Because I want everybody, I like the feeling, I like it when people, you know when you ask something and the creator actually answers? I like that feeling, because I've commented on some people's stuff and they don't say shit. And you're like, fuck you, buddy. And then I get out of the live. And then I don't want people to feel like that here. I want people to feel like, hey, I submitted a question. As long as it's a good question. Don't ask me what my favorite color is, because it's not going to go on here. As long as it's a good question, I'm going to put it on here. We're going to answer it. We're going to talk about it. Okay? All right, next question. All right. I once had a guy ask me to spit on him, and I didn't know what to do because I felt out of place. See, this is why, like, maybe do like some routine at home, like spit in a bucket or something. But I also like that guys are asking for that. Maybe don't ask for it the first time. You know, the first time should be more of like, hey, let's just make sure she finishes, make sure he finishes, make sure it's a great experience, right? And then you could slowly start adding freaky things, right? Slowly, hey, can you make me pass out this time, or almost pass out? Bucket training. See, I know what she's talking about, because I remember the first time I got asked to, like, a girl was like, spit in my mouth, and I'm like, it was so embarrassing. It was the weakest fucking spit ever. It was like, you know, like where it doesn't even like fly. It was just like kind of like rolled off the lips and like didn't even hit the mouth. It was the most embarrassing spit, because I had never spit on a girl, never. And so that was the first time. I didn't know it was a thing up until then. Like she literally, and I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, do it. And so like when I did it, obviously it was like the wimpiest fucking spit in the world. But I learned from that. I learned like you gotta add a little bit of power behind it. These lives get a little crazy. All right, next question. But it's okay, girl. You went through your first experience of not being able to do it, but now let's bucket training. Spit in a bucket, maybe like 1 yard, 2 yards, and then 3 yards. That way you have some power next time. He's getting flashbacks. All right, next question. I like doggy style and I like getting my hair put. Ugh, sloppy S turns me on, girl. Like, if you know me, I am for some doggy action and some hair pulling action. Like that shit. Hell yeah. Like that, I don't know why. And that's what I keep telling people that, like, some people like, oh, that's not a kink. Yeah, but there's certain things that really turn a person on, right? Just because you really enjoy this doesn't mean I don't. Yeah, I enjoy it, but it doesn't turn me on as much as this. Like I said, doggy, some hair pulling. Oh my God, right? Turns me. I love it. Absolutely love it. But there's other people who like other stuff. They like different positions, and it really turns them on. That's what I try to tell. Like, so that's why I hate it when people are like, "There's not a kink." Yeah, it's to you. It may not be a kink. To you, it may be normal. To this person, it may be like that's their favorite position. Like that's what gets them off. Excuse me. You know. So that's why I always have an open mind and be like, "Oh, okay," because someone was like, will say that. Hell yeah, I absolutely love that. That's my favorite position. That's my favorite thing to do. Slapping, looking at the booty, jiggling, boom, macaroni noises. Bad moving up against the wall. Neighbors like, hey, shut the fuck up. FYI, I did get a noise complaint because of it one time. Not here. I had an Airbnb in Boise when I went to Boise one time and I met up with some chick, a girl that I was talking to out there. And then I had gotten an Airbnb next to it was labeled as a guest home. Can we rewatch your lives? Yes, I put them up on YouTube after they're done. So I got the guest home, and usually the guest home is detached, right? It's detached, but this time it wasn't detached. It was connected. It was just like on the side, right? And it wasn't gonna stop me from doing my thing. And so when obviously I did my thing, it was loud. It was like 2, 3 in the morning, multiple times. We were both lit, so you know it got a little wild, got a little crazy, right? Noises were made, the bed frame was banging, like all sorts of stuff. And I got a bad review on my Airbnb thing because of they're like there was a lot of noises. I was like, no, why didn't you be honest on there? Be like, yo, he was destroying that cat in the other room. Like, I'm upset about it because I couldn't sleep, but holy shit, hey, what were you doing to her that had her yelling like that? Okay, that's what it should have said. So I should have got at least 2.5 stars instead of like 5 stars or just like 1 star. At least give me 2.5 for, like, you know, doing a good job. But then like you minus the other 2.5 because it was kind of loud, it was kind of late. I get it, I respect that, you know, but don't give me a noise complaint 1 star, okay? You know what? I'm sure the guy was turned on by it, and I'm sure it was the wife that was upset at me. Because I'm sure the guy is like, oh damn, he's killing it over there, babe. And then she was mad because her man doesn't kill it, and so she's like, well, you don't do that to me. You don't make me make those noises. They're not doing anything like that over there. See, I'm going off. Edgar, chill out. All right, next question. So I met this guy on a dating app. Things were going okay, but long story short, we had S, and it wasn't all that great. It wasn't completely hard, more like a soft hard that he couldn't even put it in the kitty. I also met a previous guy with the same issue, a soft hard P. Is this common? Believe it or not, after doing this for a while, it's a little bit more common, which is weird because, like, if a guy runs into that issue, if I would run to that issue where it was like, you know, I'm not going to embarrass myself and show up with a limpy. You know, that's not me. I'm not going to be showing up with no limpy, right? I'm going to be like, oh, fuck this. Like, go to the doctor, figure out what's going on. Sometimes it's a hormone imbalance, but it also could be different stuff. If they're using medication, could throw it off. Diabetes, that's why, like, people are like, what about diabetes? That's why I'm saying the medication for diabetes. Or it could be, like I said, hormone imbalance, their testosterone is off, or they're doing some hard drugs that's not letting it get hard. So, but that's embarrassing that the guy knows. It's not like it's just happened randomly. Like, I'm sure it's happened. Like, maybe he was trying to use Manuela. He's like, what the fuck? Why is it not getting hard? Maybe because it's not the real thing. And then guess what happens? He goes and does the real thing, and he's like, damn. Instead of dun, 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 it's, right? No, they need to go get it fixed because fellas, if there's guys in here or anybody rewatching it, they don't go down there and they're just like, ooh, let me play with it. Ooh, okay, I can see what's no. They don't do none of that. They do some blood work. They check this. They check that. And then that's it. And then they'll be like, hey, try this, try that. And then that's it, right? And then hopefully it fixes it. Hey, your testosterone was low. Guess what? Boom. Here's some tests. And then guess what? You know, like it's not hard. Guys make it more complicated than it should be. So definitely go get it checked. Because the worst thing you can do is show up with a freaking lippy. Like, that's embarrassing, dog. You're showing up with a disability to like, and ruining. These girls went out of their way to be able to hook up with you. Like, they gave you the honor of sliding in that warm, nice, cozy, wet cat. And that's how you show up. You show up half-assed. Next question. I started to date a guy I met on a dating app. Long story short, we had wasn't. Oh, hold on. I think. Oh no, this is different. I started dating a guy I met on a dating app. Long story short, we had wasn't even good. Then 2 weeks later, come to find out that he gave me an STI, and he's begging for a second chance after I dropped him. Like, hell no, girl. And see, this is the difficult part because you never know what this guy is bringing. I think maybe waiting instead of just letting it like happen right away, because. Excuse me, you never know. Maybe check. There's those websites now, like Facebook groups, where you're like, hey, are we dating the same person? You can go on there because I didn't know that was a thing. You can go on there and be like, hey, yo, is anyone talking to this dude right here? And then what if someone is like, hey, yo, like, homie gave me this, and then you're like, oh shit, okay, deuces, you know, or don't be afraid to be like, hey, I got my paperwork. Here's what I'm clean. Where's yours? If not, we ain't doing shit. Like, you can do that. I've had girls ask me to show, and I'm just like, I don't got it. I'm just joking. Yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's what you want, absolutely fine. Because I've said it before. You ladies hold a lot of power. And if you say, hey, this is what I need, or we're not hooking up, guarantee you buddy's gonna go get tested because he's like, nah, I need this cat. Like, I'm gonna go get myself tested real quick. And then if he disappears for a while, guess what? Came out negative or positive, buddy. So that's a good another way to find out, because be like, hey, did you get tested? You said you were going today. What happened? Can I see your test? And if they just ghost you, guess what? Homie got something. All right, next question. All right, my biggest kink is when he is effing me from the front with my legs up on his chest, shoulders, and he is deep in me, and I ask him to spit in my while he spanks me hard and chokes. Hold on. I think this is when he's from the front with my legs up on his. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking. Oh, yes, girl. See, that's why like I like including other stuff in it, right? And hold on. Yes, girl. Okay, like I love it. Yes, you are a super freak. If some people say, "Oh, that's normal," I don't care. Girl, you are a freak because you like all sorts of stuff. You like a little bit of hand necklace action, spanking action, spitting action, like all sorts of stuff. And girl, we're here for it. We support you. Edgar supports you. Vote for me. But you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with being freaks like that. And I wish more guys. Now we're getting more guys. Shout out to the guys in here. Shout out to you fellas. I see IG has some guys over here. I see TikTok has some guys over here too. And trust me, it tells me who's in here. It's just not every guy participates, right? But that way they'll be like, hey, wait, maybe the girl I'm talking to likes a little hand necklace. You know, maybe she likes a little, you know what, something, okay, that I gotten asked for before, but I didn't do, you know, it was, I kind of want to do it. I don't know why. She asked me, like, hey, shout out to Alvaro over here. I see you. She wanted me to, like, almost put People are gonna think it's weird. Put like a leash on her, like while you're doing it doggy style, right? Like around the neck or around the mouth, right? And I was, hey, shout out to Arturo over here on IG. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of wanted to do that. I didn't get a chance to do it with her because we, like, obviously didn't work out. Not, if you guys are thinking of my ex recently, no, not her. I'm talking about, like, this was, like, a while back, moving situations, you know what I mean? Like, but I didn't get a chance to try it. And that was something I am intrigued by. And I didn't, obviously, imagine telling the next person you talk to or you're with, hey, like, so there's this leash, right? She would be like, what the fuck? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because there's like certain, I think I'm like I like to dabble into different things while doing it, because again, like I said, my favorite position. So like, there's different things you can do to the girl. The one I haven't also done that one. Remember the TikTok where the guy was like putting his foot on her head? Like, low key, I want to try that. Like, dead ass, want to try that. But there's like other ways that you can do it. Like, I've tied her hands behind her back, you know, push her in, you know, or like you can handcuff it too. What else did I do? Oh, and there's another one, like when you're when you're doing it that way, and instead of tying their hands, you know how like they have their arms, like I grab onto their elbows, you know. See, like I'm trying not to get suspended off live, but that shit is hot too. Like when you're holding onto her arms, you know, and they have nothing to hold on to. I'm telling you, this shit is hot. Okay, 50 Shades of Edgar. Hey, I'm just telling you, like, these are some things I like, right? Like, we be out here, fam. All right, hold on. What time is it? 9. All right, we'll do a few more. All right, next question. Where's it at? Guys that are in a relationship always tend to sleep with someone else because they can't get any with their current girlfriend. True or false? I can't say. It can be either, because like, what if they're with their girlfriend right now, and see, it can be a multiple of things. They're not into their girl like that, and so they just want to keep playing the field, and they want to hook up with different girls. Maybe the girl that they're with currently is vanilla, because trust me, I've been there with the girl who's been vanilla, and it's not fun at all. But I think it's more of if he could hook up with multiple girls, he probably would, you know, and especially if the relationship is early, you know, and if you're not really the one, of course he's not going to be afraid to go and step out. What's vanilla? They really don't like to do anything. What is vanilla? It's kind of like they don't like nothing. Some people call them prude. Like, they don't really like to do anything. They just like to lay there. They don't make noises. Like, sometimes I thought she was passed out one time. You know, pillow princess. Like, okay, I'll give you my experience. Since I'm not afraid, I can talk about these things. I don't get embarrassed. Shit's happened, and I'm sure it's happened to other people, right? So this girl that I was talking to, we're no longer together. Not my previous ex. Like, I'm never gonna talk about her until like 6 months to a year. So anything I say has nothing to do with her. Okay, you know, I want people to get past that. This was a different ex, right? So she would just lay there. You know what I mean? Like, she just laid there, and like, she wasn't making any noises. At first, I was like, she fall asleep. You know, I was like, she fall asleep, or is she good? Like, I know we were a little lit, but I was like, did she pass out? You know, and then like, I kind of like would look at her, and she was awake. I'm like, the fuck? You know, she wasn't doing anything. Like, she wasn't making any noises. Like, she was just laying there. And then afterwards, she was like, oh, it was the best I ever had. And I was like, girl, like, a little bit of body language, please. Like, a little like, hey, you're doing great. Instead of me just wondering the whole time, what the fuck is happening here? You know, and like, nothing. And she only wanted to do the one. She didn't like to go down on guys, right? And so she didn't want to do that. You know, she only wanted to do one position. Like, that was it. Like, she didn't want to do anything else. Yeah, no, I don't really like that. What do you mean you don't like talking? You know what I mean? Like, but in the moment, you can't just be like, you're just like, okay, well, I guess I'll keep doing this one right here. You know, it's so trust me, it's not the vibe. Absolutely not. Like, if I ever hook up with a girl and she's not making any noises, I'm like, well, we tried. All right, see you guys later. It was nice to meet you. You know, and like, hell no. We ain't doing that shit no more. I've done it. Never again. Like, I'm in there. I need you to freaking be making monkey noises or something. Okay. All right. Next question. I have a friends with benefits for about a year. I got upset. He left me on red when we were planning to meet up. 2 days later, he messaged me. I ghosted him. I do messing around with him on my free time. Why is it just so hard? Say I was tired. I don't want to. I have plans. Now, initially, I was going to say you caught feelings. But I would get upset too if I was meeting up with somebody and they just completely ghosted me. But hey, yo, like, I put time aside. Like, we were supposed to meet up and like do something. Like, why, like, what the fuck? I could have fucking done something different instead of waiting. Have you ever had that feel? Has that ever happened to you guys? That like you're gonna meet up with somebody on a date or something, and you just wasted all this time just for them to bail out? That shit sucks. So I'm guarantee if you're planning, hey, I'm about to get fucking D down right now, like hell yeah, and then all of a sudden you get no response, I'm sure that's upsetting. I would get upset too if I was gonna go like to a booty call appointment and then she like didn't answer me. Like shit, hell no, I'm showing the fuck up. Like, we already made this date, but okay, never happened. But I would get upset about it. You know what I mean? I would definitely be upset about that. So I get where you're coming from. Yeah, it's not that hard to be like, hey, like something came up, and then if you would have got upset about him not wanting to meet up and he told you, then I would say, okay, that's a little bit more on the catching feelings type of side. But this is just, you know, he wasted your time, and I get it. I totally get it. You should be mad. Fuck that dude. That's what I'm saying. Just slide in the DM so I can slide in. You're like, that's not that hard. I won't stand you up. All right. Next question. Can I get some info from your perspective, please? And thank you. I love watching your videos. How I'm super clean, not the hookup person. I've been with 6 people. If that's your thing, cool. You know, but so this last guy I was with gave me knowingly knew and didn't tell me. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you should have showed up with your paperwork. Here you go, buddy. It says I'm clean. Where's yours? You know, so sometimes you have to do that, and don't be afraid to ask for their paperwork, even if they're gonna be a sneaky link, even if they're gonna be a friends with benefits, like whatever they're gonna be. If you're planning to hook up with this person, you be like, I need to see the paperwork, because that shit can happen, right? And so, I hope it's a lesson learned. So it sucks that you actually had to learn that way, because obviously nobody wants to learn the hard way, especially for that. But you learn. And now you know, hey, in the future, fuck nobody, you better show up with some damn paperwork, and don't be afraid or embarrassed. Okay? Because if they're really into you and they really want to be with you, guess what? Buddy's going to go get his paperwork, and then he's going to show you. And if he didn't, red flag. And if he doesn't tell you, if he did go and didn't tell you, red flag. He probably got something. He's probably, fuck, like, I can't tell her. I'm gonna ghost her for a few days or a few weeks till it goes away, and then I'll be back. Pay attention, girl. Okay. All right, next question. All right, my friends with benefits single-handedly helped me figure out I'm a definitely bi and not lesbian. Probably going to get a tattoo to commemorate the experience. It was the hottest S I'll probably ever have. See, I mean, I'm glad some of you ladies are willing to experiment. I don't need to, because I know women, you know, the cat, that's what I love. The guy's D, hell no. That's why I would never do it with 2 guys, because I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to fight over the whole, like, with you, buddy. Like, sorry, buddy. You know, and then it just be weird. Like, what if you, like, he accidentally rubs it up against your leg or something, right? And then you're just like, bro, back the fuck up, bro. You know, like, stop touching me. Why are you looking at me? Like, why you look somewhere else? You know, like, I don't want to be doing that type of situation, right? But obviously you learned you like women and men too, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's good that you're exploring what you do and don't like, because there's some people who don't like to explore, you know, and they may never know. But am I gonna be sword fighting with some other dude? Absolutely the fuck not. 2 girls, different. I'm in it. Let's go. Game on. 2 guys and 1 girl? No. I don't know why I talk about this stuff, right? So there was a time, I remember we were back, it was a little bit after high school, there was this girl. We were at a house party, right? We were at a house party. Shit was getting lit. Obviously, house parties, they get a little wild. They get even more wild than freaking actually adult parties, because when you're in high school, like a little bit after high school, you just don't give a fuck, right? And so we were at this party. I was talking to this girl and whatnot. And then a guy I know, he was there too. The girl already trying to hook up. Like, she was like feeling me. She was like, hey, like touching me a little bit. And like, we were planning to hook up. And then dude was like, hey, bro, like, let's both take it. And she was down to do it. And I'm like, nah, bro. I was like, bro, you kind of cock blocking. Because she was like, no, let's do it. Let's both. Like, it'll be fun. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you kind of cock blocking, bro. And then after that, I just got so turned off. I was like, you got this, man. Like, come on. Go on. I'm going to go home. So it's not like the opportunity hasn't presented itself. It has, and it definitely was a no for me, dog. You know, because I was just like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, are we gonna like see which one she wants first, or like, are you gonna cover one hole, or am I gonna cover the other one? Like, what are we doing here? Are we gonna look at each other? Imagine like one doing it in the mouth and the other one in the other end, and you're just looking at each other and be like, yeah, buddy, yeah. That's awkward. No for me, dog. I'm not trying to freaking lock eyes with the other dude just like that's 2-3 feet away from you, like while you're doing it. I think that would instantly turn me off, because I would be like, imagine like you think it's him, right? Like I'm what? No. See, all this stuff goes all in my head, so like that's why I'm like, it's a no for me, dog. I know it's a girl and we're not gonna be doing anything with each other, but I don't want you to touch me with yours, bro. I don't want you to look at me while I'm doing it. Like, I don't want you to, like you go in one side and then we, like, switch side, we tag, and then I go on the other side. No, it's a no for me, dog. Like, I don't know how people do that, but, like, 2 girls, I'm in it. 2 guys, pass. Next question. I'm madly in love with my husband, and we have amazing S, always spontaneous and willing to try new things. However, something that bothers me is when he wants to see me have S with another. Oh shit. Should I be worried about that? And I don't think I could fulfill his fantasy of his. Now, some guys are into that. I don't know how. Like, if I'm with somebody, hell no, you're not touching my girl at all. At all. You ain't touching her. Okay. So I don't know why people go through that. But there are some guys who like that like you to get freaking your shit rearranged by some other dude. And if you're not comfortable with it, tell him you're not comfortable. And that's all you got. And that's where it should end. It should be no more pushing, no more. Because then it's just going to get weirder and weirder, you know, I think. Like, you let this go, and then he's going to be like, well, what if we get 2 guys to do it? And then you're going to be like, what the fuck? First you said one dude. Now you're saying this other dude. This other dude gave me an STD. You know what I mean? No. That's why, like, if you're not comfortable with it, because, again, I feel like that's just opening to the door to something else. And if you're willing to do it, because what happens if you open that door and you hook up with another guy, but now you start feeling a type of way for this guy, and you're like, fuck my husband. I like this dude. You know, he's making me feel a type of way. Or maybe this dude catches feelings to you, and he's like, leave your husband, like, fuck that. Like, he's making you hook up with me. You're the one. We're supposed to be together. Like, you're not supposed to. No. So, opening that door could just open the door to a lot other things that you might not be ready for, or it could potentially hurt a relationship, you know? Because what if you do it because him thinking that he likes it, and then when you do it, now he didn't like it, and he actually is upset about it or feels a type of way. It's not like you can fuck that guy, if that makes sense. You already did it. So you also run the risk for that. So I'm just saying that too, okay? All right, so anyways, we went for a little bit over an hour just because you guys are amazing. This live is going to be going up on YouTube. So if you forgot to, or if you didn't get a chance to see, oh shit, it's not catching focus on me. Hold on. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I am going to go live Thursday, the following week, and the following week. I got a shit ton more questions. Trust me, like there's no shortage in questions at all. So we're gonna keep going the lives until we finish the questions. So definitely go check it out. Like I said, lives Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I will be going live on Thursday again. We're gonna be answering some more questions for you guys. So definitely, and if you guys want to ask the questions, I know a lot of people were asking, like, like, wait, Edgar, where do we ask the questions for the lives? Well, guess what? Follow me over here on Scar Talks. Shout out to everyone that is on the IG, because that's where I upload it. Because on IG, you can upload a story with a link. And I also put it on my personal page, which is the Scarface page. But Scar Talks, that's where I put the questions, and that's where I also put it there too. So if you missed out on asking, it's closed for January, but February is coming right around the corner. Right around the corner. And so you don't want to miss that. And so if you just want to ask a question, definitely shoot me a DM on IG or TikTok. I cut your guys' name out, and then I do those videos as well. I never share your guys' information because I want you guys to trust me with what you ask. And by the time I even get to your guys' questions, I already forgot who asked it, to be honest. Because I go through and I screenshot a shit ton of them, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to record these on Thursday night or Friday, whatever day. And then when I get to them and sit down and answer them, then guess what? I'm not, oh, this was so-and-so. Oh, yep, this was so. No, absolutely not. But anyways, I will see you guys on Thursday. Make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. I'm going to be pushing it all as well. Then I'm going to be going live. If you guys missed most of this live or are afraid that your live was on, or your question was on this live, it's going to be on YouTube soon, okay? I'm going to put it on YouTube, and you can rewatch it. It's a great watch. So anyways, want to thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys on Thursday. So thank you guys, and tell your mans that you want to be with me and end it with him. Bye.